And I think sometimes we think, oh, if we're not doing math for an hour, we're not doing as much as we should. Whereas actually, there's a lot of research that shows the shorter lessons, your mind is actively engaged that entire time. It's the most efficient way to learn. And then you take a break, maybe a movement break, and then go into another short lesson. It's actually really effective. I think another way that we can apply minimalism to our homeschool is to realize that less can be more. I think sometimes we look at that institutional mindset. We're all familiar with school and how long a school day takes. And I think just realizing that, okay, we're going to be doing this for a lot shorter period of time, and we can have much shorter lessons. And I think sometimes we think, oh, if we're not doing math for an hour, we're not doing as much as we should. Whereas actually, there's a lot of research that shows the shorter lessons, your mind is actively engaged that entire time. It's the most efficient way to learn. And then you take a break, maybe a movement break, and then go into another short lesson. It's actually really effective. And I think it's hard for people to believe that because we're so used to having children in school for 8 hours. But really, really focusing on more is not always better, but really kind of minimizing it down to just kind of the heart of the lesson and doing it in a short way.
I find with my girls that, if we're reading something, and it depends on what we're reading, but if we're reading maybe through like a history lesson and it gets really lengthy, it's like, you can just see the looks on their faces and that deer in the headlights, like, oh my goodness, when is this going to end?
Yes.
Whereas in the beginning, they're engaged and they're listening and they're grasping what they're hearing. But as time goes on, their brains just start to check out. And then it's just a waste of time, really.
It is. Right, exactly. And I think Charlotte Mason really kind of helped me with that because that is her approach, where you do shorter lessons.
Yeah.
And I just loved having that permission. And then when I actually tried it, it was very effective. And I was so excited to see the fruit. But I think that first step of actually trying it and believing it could be good is kind of the hardest step.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.